It's day 48 and I'll give you a quick update before the year ends and we start a fresh 2021. In the first month I worked out my initial idea into a storyboard, and for this month I want to figure out what type of style, what type of illustrations, what type of images fit that narrative, fit the story. The objective for these last 2 weeks was to figure out this style, and maybe more importantly find a style that I can create consistently, because I'll have to be drawing it quite a lot, and I don't want to start with very detailed images and then towards the end get into like time trouble, not gonna make it, and then have to cut corners. So I want to find a style that I can create consistently. So for now, let's have a look at what I've been doing. I started with making a huge Pinterest board, just all kinds of images that I thought that were cool because their color, because their line work, just because the imagery or the character design was really cool. I picked 3 which will show up over here, and let's have a quick look at those. What I like about this one is the roughness of it, just a bit with the line work basically, like how he did the beard with just these quick stripes, and the belt is also like scribbled in. I like how rough this looks, and I want to incorporate that in my line work as well in my film. The second example I like because of the color. He uses the background, just one background color, and then the line works on top of that, and then he uses black and white to show the shadows and show the light. And I think that could work really well in the film that I'm trying to make, because it is about light quite a bit. So I think this style could be really well incorporated in what I'm trying to do. The final example is not so much about the line work or the colors, but it's about the character design. Like the guy on the right especially looks really quirky. That one. He just the shapes that are used and the expression on his face just makes it look very quirky, and it's really a character, and that's something I also want for my main character. So that's a final example. After looking at those examples, I started sketching myself. Made all kinds of little faces, actually mostly faces, because I want to get an idea of what that main character looks like first. Did a bunch of sketches, and during sketching you're trying to figure out if it has this round nose, it looks too cute, maybe it needs a more pointy nose, maybe it needs bigger eyebrows, maybe the eyes look like this. All kinds of decisions like that, or not even decisions, but just ideas like that start to pop up. And I have a lot more work yet to do, but I'm slowly pushing it into a direction, because I started on paper and I made this image in the end, basically to wrap up this first try at figuring out the style. And as you can see, it looks quite a lot like the second example. I just used the yellow background, and then did the line work on top of that, and then used white and black to accentuate the light and the shadows. And that's actually like my first try. It's going into slowly going into a direction. It's definitely not, I don't have a full idea of the style yet, but it's going into the right direction. And that's actually what I did for these last 2 weeks. Just did a lot of sketching and ended up with this image for the moment, which I like, which is good, but needs a lot more work. And what I figured out during sketching is that you sketch a certain face, and then you start thinking, does that fit with my story? And then you start thinking about the story. Is it a fun story? Is it a sad story? Is it a happy story? Is it very serious? And I don't really have answers for those questions yet, because I just have a rough idea of what the story is gonna be about. I have a very rough storyboard. So what I'll need to do for the next week, not 2 weeks, because I was a bit late with this video, for the next week is do some more sketching, and maybe also do another iteration of the storyboard. Maybe get some things out or make it a bit more concise. We'll see about that, but I'll definitely have to do some more sketching this coming week. So that actually wraps up the video for today. Like I just said, was a bit late with making this one, so I will see you in 1 week.